How an ordinary day can be. What destroys you. Understand before it's too late. The clock doesn't stop, but are you standing still? Have you ever stopped to think that life is short, yet we live as if it were infinite? We wake up, grab our phones, rush to work, return home tired, and repeat it all the next day. Always saying, one day I'll do that. But that one day is a trap, because it never comes. And when it does, it's too late. Are you living or just postponing life? The truth is that time waits for no one. And if you keep believing you have all the time in the world, you'll wake up one day at 60, asking yourself, where did my youth go? My peace? My ideas? In this video, we will shatter this illusion. We will take back your life minute by minute with practical, thought-provoking, and ancient advice, mixing Taoist wisdom, neuroscience, and conscious decisions. With each new topic, you'll find a new reason to change. And it all starts now, the illusion of there's still time. One day I'll start taking care of myself. One day I'll change my career. One day I'll really live. But that one day is the silent thief of your life. It seems harmless until it turns into decades. The worst part? No one warns you when it arrives. You only realize it after it's gone. And what's left are regrets. You don't need to change everything at once, but you need to stop feeding this ghost. Make a deal with yourself. Turn one day into today at 5 p.m. Schedule your dreams as appointments. Put them on your calendar. Set deadlines. Acknowledge that life doesn't wait, and that living in wait mode is wasting the present. Remember this. Emotional procrastination is what separates the life you have from the life you could have. Time owes you nothing. It only delivers to those who take action. The paradox of time units. Have you noticed that when you were a child, vacations seemed to last forever? And today, years pass like weeks. This is not just an impression, it's neuroscience. Our brains perceive time based on novelty. When everything is routine, it simply stops recording. The result? Life flies by. You go into autopilot mode and lose years without realizing it. This is called time blindness. The solution? Reintroduce novelty into your day. Change your route to work. Alter your morning routine. Learn something that challenges you a bit. Talk to a stranger. Every new experience is an anchor point that slows down time and expands life. Life isn't short. The problem is that you're living only a few days and repeating them as if they were infinite. When you break the cycle, you reset your internal clock. You feel life. And that, my friend, is where everything starts to change. What really matters in life? Most people underestimate what they can achieve in a year and overestimate what they can do in a single day. That's why they live frustrated, trapped in endless task lists. They do a lot but build little. They're busy but not progressing. If you were 90 years old right now, would you remember the meetings or the simple moments with those you love? This question, asked frequently, clears everything up. Time is an investment, and the compound interest of life comes from the small, well-made decisions. Write down everything you desire, then circle the top 3 most important. The rest goes into your list of conscious avoidance. Think. Your attention is gold. The problem is you're trading nuggets for crumbs. Courageously eliminate everything that sounds urgent but doesn't move your life forward. Urgency is often just noise. The essential is silent. The paradox of time and routine. Remember those summer vacations from childhood? The days seem to last forever. Now, years pass like weeks. This isn't just an impression, it's biology. Your brain measures time by the amount of new experiences. When everything is repetition, time slips away without leaving a trace. Adults live in a loop. The same path, the same conversations, the same clicks. Routine anesthetizes the mind and blinds us to time. This is time blindness. To break it, the secret is simple. Experiment. Walk down a different street, talk to someone new, learn a skill that challenges you. Every new experience is a landmark in the brain, and this stretches time back. Want to slow down time? Feed novelty. Your internal clock needs movement, not speed. Routine isn't the villain, but living in replay is like slowly dying while still alive. The vicious cycle of autopilot. Wake up, scroll through the feed, down the coffee, rush, repeat. Without realizing it, most people live as if they're on a runaway train, always moving but not knowing where they're going. This is living on autopilot, and 80% of people spend their days like this, with their minds disconnected from the present. This cycle reinforces itself. The more stimulation, the less presence. Every click on your phone releases dopamine, the instant pleasure, but empties your consciousness. The result? More distraction, more anxiety, less direction. It's an invisible but powerful addiction, and the more you try to focus, the more it feels like the world is shouting for your attention. Breaking this pattern doesn't require a spiritual retreat. Start with minutes of intentional silence. Walk a block without your phone. Take a deep breath before responding to a message. Every micro-choice of presence dismantles the automatic cycle and returns control of your mind. Micro-choices shape your destiny. You don't change your life with one big shift, but with 1,000 small conscious deviations. The Kaizen Wu Wei method teaches that real progress happens by removing what blocks the natural flow of life. rather than forcing drastic changes. It's the power of 1%, improving one detail every day, every day. Want to transform your morning? You don't need to wake up at 5 a.m. with an endless list. Replace 10 minutes of scrolling with 10 minutes of silent walking. Want more mental clarity? Replace one snack with water. It seems minimal, but all of this adds up, and this accumulation becomes your identity. What you choose to ignore matters just as much as what you choose to do. Saying no to the noise is saying yes to your essence. Simple choices made with presence shape an entirely new reality, with less rush, more peace, and direction. The illusion of multitasking, the invisible cost. Do you believe you're being productive when you're answering messages, watching videos, and working all at once? In reality, you're just fragmenting your presence. Wu Wei doesn't mean doing everything, but doing one thing completely. And this requires full presence, not haste. Studies show that multitasking can reduce efficiency by up to 40%. Imagine trying to cross a river by jumping from stone to stone without touching the water. You don't move forward, you just lose balance. Your mind needs focus, not constant stimulation. Simplicity is an act of courage. The practice? Choose one thing at a time and be fully present in it. When you eat, eat. When you walk, walk. When you listen to someone, listen with your whole body. It seems basic, but it's revolutionary in a world addicted to distraction. This is Tao, radical presence in the ordinary. The body speaks. The journey begins with your feet. Most people live disconnected from their own bodies. They walk, run, type, but they don't feel. In Taoism, the body is not a machine. It's a temple of perception. Silent walking, the practice of walking in silence and full awareness, is like washing the ears of the soul with every step. Try this. Walk 3 blocks without your phone, without music, without hurry. Feel the weight of your body on your feet, the sounds of the street, the wind on your skin. You'll return changed. Small rituals like this pull the mind out of chaos and bring you back to the present, where everything truly happens. When the feet touch the ground with awareness, the brain lands too. It's in that moment you step out of autopilot mode, and when you step out, you awaken. And when you awaken, you realize living starts with the simplest steps, taken with intention. The vicious circle of distraction. Have you noticed that the more tired you are, the more time you spend scrolling on your phone? This isn't a coincidence. The exhausted mind seeks easy comfort, and the dopamine from notifications offers immediate relief, but it comes at a high price. It's a cycle that starts small and traps you big. Taoism teaches what seems like relief now becomes a prison later. This modern prison is made of touches, sounds, and lights. Small, invisible chains. The first step to breaking it? Notice when it begins. Don't fight the phone, just observe the impulse and breathe. Try this. Every time your hand instinctively reaches for your pocket, stop for 3 seconds and ask yourself, what do I really want right now? You'll be surprised by the answer. Sometimes it's silence, sometimes it's rest, but almost never is it what's on the screen. Full mind versus focused mind. A full mind is busy with everything. A focused mind is present with what matters. Most of us live with too many tabs open in our minds. Unresolved problems, mental to-do lists, worries that aren't even ours. The result? Chronic anxiety and diluted focus. Wu Wei reminds us, let go of what is not in your control. And this isn't passivity, it's active wisdom. The path to lightness begins with clearing the mind. Writing things down, closing cycles, saying no. This isn't spiritual luxury when it's urgent self-care. Make it practical. Every morning, write down 3 things that truly matter for your day. Just 3. The rest is noise. When you choose what deserves your attention, your energy multiplies. Focus is the superpower of modern times, and few have mastered it. Taking care of your energy is more important than managing time. Most people focus on controlling their schedules, but forget that time without energy is just waiting. You can have the entire day free, but if you're drained, you won't create, connect, or truly live. The real luxury isn't time, it's vitality. Taoist wisdom teaches us the river only flows if there is water. Sleeping well, eating with intention, moving with gentleness. All of this isn't extra, it's fundamental. A tired mind turns any small challenge into a chasm. Here's a practical tip. Identify what drains you and what recharges you. Make a list. Cut out what depletes you and get closer to what nourishes you. It's not selfishness, it's clear survival. Your energy is the fuel for your mission. Relationships are the web where time expands. You can have all the books, courses, and goals in the world, but if you're alone, time passes dry. Deep relationships not only warm the soul, they shape your perception of time. A coffee with someone who listens to you is worth more than a whole week of solitary productivity. The wisdom of Shoshin invites us to open presence. When you listen with genuine curiosity, you create space for the other to blossom. And in turn, you blossom as well. Don't wait for special occasions. Small messages, active listening, sincerity without performance. This builds bonds that sustain. If you want to improve your life, strengthen your network. Not as a collector of contacts, but as a gardener of connections. Friends, mentors, family, plant time in them, and you'll reap meaning. A true bond is a multiplier of life. Too much comfort is quicksand. The trap of the century. We confuse comfort with happiness, but excessive comfort dulls the mind, paralyzes and distorts time. The same days, the same places, the same thoughts, and suddenly a year has disappeared without leaving a trace. Tao shows us that fluidity is in movement, and the mind only expands when the body steps out of stagnation. Small steps out of your comfort zone create big internal openings. Swap the couch for 10 minutes of conscious walking. Do something you've been postponing for weeks. Accept the invitation that scares you. Your brain will resist. Ignore it. Go. Comfort is sweet, but in excess, it becomes addictive and weakens. Want to feel alive? Embrace voluntary discomfort. It's in that discomfort that growth, clarity, and a well-lived time reside. The invisible power of movement. In Tao, the river never forces. It flows, bends, and shapes everything in silence. And that's how conscious movement works. Without noise, but with profound impact. When you move, even without a clear destination, you step out of mental stagnation. A body in motion awakens a dormant mind. You know that creative block? That tiredness that keeps you glued to the couch? Walk. Climb a staircase. Stretch your arms for 2 minutes. The insight you're looking for isn't on the screen, but around the next corner, literally. The brain needs the dance of the body to create, clarify, and decide. The secret lies in minimal, constant action. As Kaizen would say, 1% of movement is already 100% more than nothing. Get up, move. Your body is the bridge between chaos and calm. The power of intentional pause. In Tao, it's not the sound that gives meaning to the music, it's the silence between the notes. Pausing is not stopping. It's allowing the mind to breathe, the body to feel, and the spirit to speak. The intentional pause is the space where consciousness settles and insight blooms. We live surrounded by stimuli, decisions, and obligations. But when you pause, truly, time slows down. Your heartbeats align. The answers you were seeking in videos, books, and apps emerge from within. It's Wu Wei in its purest form. Doing without forcing, acting without rushing. Take 3 minutes today to do nothing. Don't scroll, don't listen, don't speak. Just be. It seems small, but this moment of pause could be the restart of your clarity. It's in stillness that Tao whispers its greatest advice. The weight of empty days. The harshest truth is that an ordinary day never comes alone. It brings another one just like it, and then more, until you no longer notice the passage of time. When you wake up to reality, you realize that it wasn't the big moments that shaped your life, but the small ones you ignored. Changing doesn't require revolution, it requires presence, one conscious step at a time. If something here touched you, share it with someone who needs to wake up and subscribe. Your life deserves to be lived, not just passed.